My name's Daniel Fiske. I'm a teacher here at the Los Angeles Film School. I got to work on the latest Star Trek film, Star Trek Beyond. I was tasked with rigging one of the new characters. It was a CG replacement double. They weren't happy with the original design, and then they totally redesigned him, but they didn't want to rebuild the suit and all that, so they just built him in 3D. And so in order for something to move in 3D, you have to build an armature for it to make it move. So I rigged the character so the animator would move it. So that was my major task in the film, is rigging this character. I got to do a couple other characters, Starfleet officers and stuff like that. I got to do Bones and Spock, and a couple other crewmen for far shots where you get to see them walking through this catacombs of bridges and stuff like that. And I got to do a cool little CG bug that's only in it for probably about 5 seconds of the film, if that. They spent all this time on this one little moment. And I'm curious into seeing how they actually finished it off, because another person got to animate it, so very looking forward to seeing that. I also got to do some of the animation too of the CG replacement doubles of the characters walking through this like patrolling, and one guy coming around and taking a shot at Bones, and that was real. That was the first shot actually done, and it was one of the coolest moments where I got to see my first CG moment on the big screen. Was that I got to rig him and animate him all, and so that was a blast to see. Everyone knows what a sculpture is, right? What you can do with the sculpture, you get to look at it, put it on your mantle. That's what the rigger gets. He gets a sculpture of a character. It's just molded out, and you can just look at it. What a rigger does, he takes that sculpture and he turns it into an action figure. The simplest way to rig a character is you build the armature, the skeleton underneath, and then you can move the bones underneath it. But it's really hard for the animator to see those bones because they're in the geometry. So the next layer is that you then build controls to manipulate the joints underneath. And that's kind of the puppeteer with the strings attached to the marionette, so you can kind of play around with it. And then the animator takes that rig, and then you can then pose them out and make him walk, run, talks, make him sad and all that. This is a media of professional artists. And to be a professional artist, your work should look like professional artists. So what do professional artists do? They mimic everything they see around them. You can't just pull images out of your head, creatures out of your head, because professionals don't do that. So you're not more brilliant than the professionals, so you need to mimic professional practices. And don't compare your artwork to students that you're competing with. You want to compare your artwork with professionals. So if your artwork looks just like the game artist that did Uncharted, you can't really tell the difference, then you're producing professional quality work. And so it's always look outside of you, not in you, for your inspiration. If you do that, you're mimicking perfection. And if you get close to perfection, your work will look that good.